On this day in history, October 1st. On October 1, 1890, the U.S. Congress officially designated Yosemite as a national park, thanks to the efforts of naturalist John Muir and others who advocated for the protection of the area. Located in California's Sierra Nevada mountains, Yosemite is renowned for its stunning granite cliffs, waterfalls, giant sequoia trees, and diverse ecosystems. It became the third national park in the United States, following Yellowstone and Sequoia, and played a crucial role in the growing national conservation movement. Stanford University opened its doors on October 1, 1891, in California. Founded by Leland and Jane Stanford in memory of their son, Leland Stanford Jr., the university was envisioned as a place where young people could receive an education that combined practical skills with the pursuit of intellectual inquiry. Located in Palo Alto, Stanford quickly rose to prominence, becoming one of the most prestigious universities in the world, particularly in fields like technology, business, and the sciences. The university's proximity to Silicon Valley has also linked it closely to the development of the tech industry. The Vienna University of Economics and Business, Wirtschaftsuniversität Wien, was founded on October 1, 1898, as the Imperial Export Academy, KUK Export Academy. Initially established to train experts in international trade and commerce, the institution has since grown into one of Europe's leading universities for business and economics. Its curriculum has expanded significantly over the decades, and today, it offers a broad range of programs in economics, management, finance, and law, with a strong emphasis on internationalization and practical application. On October 1, 1903, the Boston Americans, now known as the Boston Red Sox, played the Pittsburgh Pirates in the first game of the modern World Series. This marked the beginning of Major League Baseball's championship series, which would become one of the most iconic sports events in the United States. The 1903 World Series was a best-of-9 series, and Boston ultimately won 5-3. The creation of the World Series solidified baseball's status as America's pastime, and helped unify the American and National Leagues under a common championship structure. On October 1, 1908, the Ford Motor Company offered its new Model T automobile for sale, at a price of $825. The Model T revolutionized the automobile industry by making cars affordable to the average American. Henry Ford's introduction of assembly line production in 1913 further reduced costs, eventually bringing the price down to as low as $300. The Model T's simplicity, durability, and accessibility made it a commercial success, and it is often credited with transforming transportation and American society by making car ownership possible for millions of people. On October 1, 1928, the Soviet Union introduced its first 5-year plan, a centralized economic plan aimed at rapidly industrializing the nation and collectivizing agriculture. Initiated by Joseph Stalin, the plan focused on heavy industry, infrastructure, and the forced consolidation of peasant farms into state-run collectives. While the plan succeeded in increasing industrial output, it also led to widespread famine, particularly in Ukraine, and severe repression of those who resisted collectivization. The first 5-year plan marked the beginning of Stalin's harsh economic policies and the transformation of the Soviet economy. On October 1, 1936, General Francisco Franco was named the head of the nationalist government during the Spanish Civil War. Franco led a fascist rebellion against the Second Spanish Republic, and by 1939, he had won the war and established a dictatorship that would last until his death in 1975. Franco's rule was marked by authoritarianism, censorship, and repression, but also by stability and economic development in the post-World War II era. His regime left a lasting impact on Spanish politics and society. On October 1, 1938, Nazi Germany began the military occupation of Czechoslovakia's Sudetenland, pursuant to the Munich Agreement signed the previous day. The annexation of the Sudetenland, a region with a large ethnic German population, was part of Adolf Hitler's aggressive expansionist policies in Europe. The Munich Agreement, which was an attempt by Britain and France to avoid war through appeasement, is often criticized for emboldening Hitler and failing to prevent the outbreak of World War II, which began less than a year later. After a month-long siege during the invasion of Poland, German troops occupied Warsaw on October 1, 1939. This event marked a critical moment in the early days of World War II, signaling the fall of Poland to Nazi Germany. The Siege of Warsaw was part of Germany's blitzkrieg strategy, characterized by rapid and overwhelming military assaults. The occupation of Warsaw led to severe repression of the Polish population and the eventual establishment of the Warsaw Ghetto. Poland's defeat also triggered the Soviet invasion from the east, dividing the country between Germany and the Soviet Union. On October 1, 1940, the Pennsylvania Turnpike opened to traffic, becoming the first long-distance, limited-access highway in the United States. Often referred to as the first superhighway, it set the standard for modern highway design with its controlled access points, multi-lane roads, and absence of intersections. Spanning 160 miles at its inception, the Turnpike revolutionized road travel and was a precursor to the interstate highway system that would later be developed in the U.S. On October 1, 1946, the International Military Tribunal at Nuremberg issued its sentences against Nazi leaders for war crimes, crimes against humanity, and other offenses committed during World War II. Of the 24 major defendants, 12 were sentenced to death, including Hermann Göring, who committed suicide before his execution, and others received prison sentences or were acquitted. The Nuremberg trials set a precedent for international law by holding individuals accountable for war crimes, and they were a significant moment in post-war justice and the establishment of legal principles concerning human rights and international warfare. The North American F-86 Sabre, a transonic jet fighter, made its maiden flight on October 1, 1947. The F-86 became one of the most important fighter jets of the post-World War II era, particularly during the Korean War, where it gained fame in dogfights against the Soviet-built MiG-15. Its swept-wing design allowed for greater speeds and maneuverability, making it a formidable opponent. The Sabre played a key role in transitioning military aviation from propeller-driven aircraft to jet-powered fighters and contributed to the technological advancements of air combat during the Cold War. On October 1, 1949, Mao Zedong proclaimed the establishment of the People's Republic of China, PRC, in Tiananmen Square, Beijing, after the victory of communist forces in the Chinese Civil War. The founding of the PRC marked the beginning of a new communist government, ending decades of civil conflict and warlordism. It also led to the exile of the Republic of China government to Taiwan. The PRC's establishment was a major turning point in global geopolitics, aligning China with the Soviet bloc during the Cold War and reshaping the political landscape in East Asia. The Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region was established on October 1, 1955, as part of China's strategy to govern its ethnically diverse and geopolitically sensitive western regions. Xinjiang, home to the Uyghur ethnic group and other minorities, had long been a contested territory with a complex history of independence movements, ethnic tensions, and outside influences. The creation of the autonomous region aimed to integrate the region into the People's Republic of China, while giving it a degree of cultural and administrative autonomy. On October 1, 1957, the motto, "In God We Trust," first appeared on U.S. paper currency, specifically on the $1 silver certificate. While the motto had been used on coins since 1864, its appearance on paper money was part of a broader effort during the Cold War to emphasize America's religious and moral identity in contrast to the atheistic Soviet Union. The inclusion of "In God We Trust" on currency became a symbol of national unity, and was later declared the official motto of the United States in 1956. On October 1, 1958, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, officially replaced the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, NACA, as the United States' primary agency for space exploration and aeronautical research. NASA's formation marked the U.S. response to the Soviet Union's advancements in space, including the launch of Sputnik in 1957. It spearheaded the American space race, and was responsible for landmark achievements such as the Apollo moon landings and the development of the Space Shuttle program. Canada's first private television network, the CTV television network, was launched on October 1, 1961. CTV's launch represented a significant expansion of Canadian media, which had previously been dominated by the government-run Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, CBC. CTV introduced greater competition and variety in Canadian programming, and played a key role in the development of Canadian television production and broadcasting. Today, it remains one of the largest television networks in Canada. On October 1, 1964, Japan's Shinkansen, also known as the Bullet Train, began its high-speed rail service between Tokyo and Osaka. The Shinkansen was the world's first high-speed rail system, capable of reaching speeds of up to 210 km per hour, 130 miles per hour, at the time. This groundbreaking development revolutionized rail travel, greatly reducing travel times between major Japanese cities. The Shinkansen became a symbol of Japan's post-war economic recovery and technological innovation, and set the standard for modern high-speed rail systems worldwide. On October 1, 1969, the Concorde, a supersonic passenger airliner jointly developed by Britain and France, broke the sound barrier for the first time during a test flight. Capable of flying at speeds over Mach 2, twice the speed of sound, the Concorde represented a technological leap in commercial aviation, offering faster transatlantic flights than conventional planes. While Concorde eventually became a symbol of luxury and technological prowess, its high operating costs and environmental concerns limited its service, which ended in 2003. On October 1, 1971, Walt Disney World Resort opened its doors near Orlando, Florida, with its flagship theme park, Magic Kingdom. This was a major expansion of Disney's entertainment empire, building on the success of Disneyland in California. Over the years, Walt Disney World grew to include multiple theme parks, resorts, and entertainment complexes, becoming one of the most visited vacation destinations in the world. The first practical CT, computed tomography, scanner was used on October 1, 1971, to diagnose a patient, revolutionizing the field of medical imaging. Developed by British engineer Godfrey Hounsfield, the CT scanner provided detailed images of internal organs and tissues, allowing for more accurate diagnoses than traditional X-rays. The invention of CT scanning technology has since become an indispensable tool in modern medicine, widely used in hospitals worldwide for a range of diagnostic purposes. On October 1, 1975, Muhammad Ali defeated Joe Frazier in one of the most famous boxing matches in history, known as the Thrilla in Manila. Held in the Philippines, this bout was the third and final fight between the two heavyweight champions. It is often regarded as one of the greatest and most brutal boxing matches ever, with both fighters enduring extreme physical punishment. Ali eventually won by technical knockout when Frazier's trainer stopped the fight after the 14th round. The match solidified Ali's legacy as one of the greatest boxers of all time. On October 1, 1979, Pope John Paul II embarked on his first pastoral visit to the United States, marking a historic moment in the relationship between the Vatican and the U.S. The visit included stops in cities such as New York, Boston, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., where he addressed large crowds and promoted messages of peace, human dignity, and religious faith. His visit was significant not only for American Catholics, but also for interfaith dialogue and global diplomacy. The Mass Transit Railway, MTR, Hong Kong's rapid transit railway system, officially opened on October 1, 1979. The MTR quickly became the backbone of Hong Kong's public transportation network, connecting key areas of the city with its efficient and extensive train services. On October 1, 1982, Epcot, experimental prototype Community of Tomorrow, Disney's second theme park in Florida, opened to the public. Epcot was designed as a futuristic park focusing on innovation, technology, and global culture, with two main sections, Future World and World Showcase. Epcot's concept was originally envisioned by Walt Disney as a utopian city, but was later reimagined as an educational theme park. Epcot became a unique addition to Disney's entertainment empire, attracting millions of visitors each year. On October 1, 1982, Sony and Philips launched the compact disc, CD, in Japan, revolutionizing the way people listened to music and stored digital data. The CD offered superior sound quality and durability compared to vinyl records and cassette tapes. On the same day, Sony released the CDP-101, the world's first commercially available CD player. The compact disc quickly became the dominant music format of the late 20th century, laying the foundation for the digital music revolution. On October 1, 1989, Denmark became the first country in the world to legally recognize same-sex registered partnerships, a landmark moment in LGBTQ+ rights. While these partnerships did not grant all the rights of marriage, they represented a significant step toward equality for same-sex couples. Denmark's move was a trailblazing decision that inspired similar legislation in other countries and helped pave the way for the eventual legalization of same-sex marriage in various parts of the world. On October 1, 1991, the siege of Dubrovnik began during the Croatian War of Independence. Yugoslav People's Army forces besieged the historic city of Dubrovnik, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, in an attempt to seize control of the region. The siege resulted in extensive damage to the city, including the destruction of many cultural landmarks. The event garnered international condemnation and highlighted the brutality of the Yugoslav wars. The siege ended in 1992, and Dubrovnik has since been largely restored. On October 1, 2000, widespread protests and violence erupted in Israel following the death of a 12-year-old Palestinian boy, Mohammed al-Dura, during clashes between Israeli police and Palestinians. These protests, known as the October 2000 events, marked the beginning of the Second Intifada, a period of intensified Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The violence resulted in dozens of deaths and further deepened tensions between the two communities. On October 1, 2001, NTT Docomo, a Japanese telecommunications company, became the first to launch 3G wireless technology, revolutionizing mobile communications. 3G allowed for faster internet access, video calling, and the transmission of larger data packets, laying the foundation for modern smartphone functionality. The launch of 3G marked a significant advancement in mobile technology, leading to the development of 4G and 5G networks in later years. On October 1, 2003, Fortran, an English-language image board, was launched by Christopher Poole. It became a popular online community known for its anonymity and user-generated content. Fortran gained notoriety for its involvement in internet culture, memes, and activism, but was also controversial due to its association with hacking groups and harmful behavior. Despite this, Fortran has had a lasting influence on digital culture and the development of online communities. On October 1, 2017, Catalonia held an independence referendum that was later declared illegal by Spain's constitutional court. Despite this ruling, the referendum saw a majority of voters support independence, although turnout was low due to boycotts and police intervention. The referendum escalated tensions between Catalonia and the Spanish government, leading to political and legal battles over the region's autonomy and status within Spain. On October 1, 2017, a gunman, Stephen Paddock, opened fire on a crowd at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival on the Las Vegas Strip, killing 58 people and injuring 869 others. The massacre became the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Paddock later committed suicide.